It's the morning routine, so get on the stream. Start your day the right way with Mr. Dylan Gray. It's the morning routine. It's the morning routine with Mr. Dylan Gray.
Please drop a large.
Whoo! I finished blowing my nose right when that thing cut. Hell yeah. That's a win. That is a win in my book. Good morning, everyone. Hello, TJ Smoke. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Ray. Hello, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Please release me. The days keep repeating. Not today. And look around. Another more routine I might as well watch. Hey, if you gotta watch one thing over and over, at least it's this show, right? Could be worse. Good morning, everyone. Start your day with a fat joint, blunt, or dab. Hell yeah. There's a dab for you right there. Oh, man. Let me tell you guys. I'm exhausted. I could have slept like another 10 hours. I was having such a good rest. But I decided to come here because it's Friday, so we got to see the best of Redditor updates. Our hair matching this AM fam. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yours still somehow probably looks better though, is my guess. Bedhead like a motherfucker. Fuck yeah. I'm so tired. Don't be tired, Jeff. Be Jeff. You know? We got the coffee in us though, so that'll get to us. But let's go ahead and start with some news, huh, guys? Only because yesterday was wash day. See? There you go. But I must outlast the horrors. You got this. Those are the real trials that you have to outlast. See what I did there? Outlast trials. Guys, we're three followers away. I'm hoping today we get 3 brand new people coming in today. I really hope. I really hope. I can't believe I said it like that. Almost at 4K, only 36K till my clip LeFaux pumped. Hell yeah. Okay, but why Dylan so cute anyways, right? So it's time to unfollow. I swear to God, Parker. Holy smokes, and Latter-day Saints being shaped, Breezy in the building. Hold on a second. Let me play your clip, my guy. The homie and one half of Los Cabrones. How you doing, pinche Dylan? How you doing, bro? So good to see you, Breezy. How you been, man? I hope you're well. Things are good here. You know, you want to hear something crazy? You want to hear something fucking crazy, or if I may, loco? Which means crazy in Spanish, if you didn't know that, Breezy. Archer, this guy right here, he turns 4 years old next week. 4. Can you believe it? Know of all what meanings to you, man. Thank you. This guy right here.
I want to take it.
What? Yeah, don't age him like that. I aged him and doxed him. He lives with me too, guys, in California. Full dox. Basically ready for a 401k. Basically. Will actually be a 401 gray. Pause for laughter. I turn 33 next month. Hell yeah. Wait, your birthday's in June? How am I just knowing this just now? My birthday's July 3rd. When's your birthday, Breezy? You blink and time flies. It really does. Jesus Christ. No, you lock in, Nisha. That was a good joke. Me after December. June 20th. Hell yeah. Crickets. we don't have crickets, but we do have a drum, TJ. We do have a drum. I refuse to give crickets to this crowd. That's setting me up way too easy. That's my dog's birthday. What are the odds? Well, you know what? Breezy's my dog. I met him IRL too, guys. Not to brag. In San Diego. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, fuck yeah, bro. How you been? What's the good word? How's the? I know are you still making the big move? Yeah, because you were gonna work for Bake of the Philippines or something. Yeah, you went from Bank of America to Bank of the Philippines. But anyways, moving on. Let's do some. Where is it? Here we go. News today. Italy goes to the mattresses. Italy said it seized about 232 million in assets tied to late mafia boss Matteo Messina Denaro and arrested 3 people in connection with the operation. The assets included more than 26 pounds of gold bars, millions in cash, premium watches, and roughly 20 luxury properties across 9 countries. Damn, 26 pounds of gold bars? Damn. Messina, head of the Sicilian Casa Nostra Mafia, spent 30 years on the run before his arrest in 2023. He died in prison months later at age 61 after receiving 6 life sentences for murder and organized crime and is believed to be responsible for over 50 deaths. Yeah, probably closer to like 100, bud. Officials said the fortune was amassed through drug trafficking since the 1980s and reinvested in businesses and real estate. Their operation is seen as a blow to the Sicilian Mafia's efforts to rebuild financially after his death. Cosa Nostra is estimated to include 5,000 affiliates and 20,000 collaborators across Europe and the U.S. Crazy. July 3rd, and I am turning 21 times like 5. We all know that you're 105, Aggie. Yo, howdy, Lala Jupes. What's going on, Steel? A Jamaican man appears and says, Jimana, Mr. Dylan Gray. Dylan, how are you doing, Ren? A lot of mercy. Where you hanging out at? Right near the beach, boy. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? How you doing, Ren? How you doing, Steel? You guys showed up together. Carolina Hurricanes and Montreal Canadiens face off tonight in Game 5 on the NHL Eastern Conference. 4-time Stanley Cup winner Claude Lemondeau dies at age 60, apparently by suicide, days after carrying the torch for Montreal in Game 3. Damn, that sucks. I'm an island boy. God, those guys are so dumb. Looking for an island girl. Those guys are so dumb. San Antonio Spurs win Game 6 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Will face off against... Actually, I will say this, though. I saw something that dude did that I gotta give him credit for this one. And it's like the most basic credit, but I gotta give him credit because so many of those kind of fucking manosphere loser fucking influencers, I will call them that, they do fuck dumbass shit. And this dude, he was doing a live stream. I saw the clip, and he had this girl in there, and he's talking to this girl, and someone's like, she's not that, and someone in the chat was like, do you know how old she is? And he's like, because to be fair, she looked old. He's like, how old is she? She's like, oh, I'm 16. He's like, oh, get out of my house. She's like, what? Get out of my house. Like, he said it right. Get out of my house. You can't be here. Leave. Like, straight up. Get out of my house. 21 and over here. Bye. And then I think, like, he also said, like, check everyone's IDs right now. I'm a island boy. Island boy. Yeah. Boy. I told Andy the same thing. You right? Oh my God. Okay, if you guys ever are in the same place for Thanksgiving for Halloween, I want to see Breezy and Hax dressed up as the Island Boys. That would be so fucking funny. I would be dying laughing. That would be hilarious. I think you should do it. Run that shit. Run that shit. In fact, you don't even need to be it doesn't even need to be Halloween. Just do it the next time you see him. That was really dumb, Dylan. San Antonio Spurs win Game 6 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Will face off against Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7 tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. Done deal. Let's do it. Hell yeah. They're definitely pulling me aside in TSA. With the grill and the... People begged me to do Velma for Halloween for years, and when I did, I won the costume comps. Yeah, you give Velma. You're giving Velma for sure. Highland Boys are just Epstein kids, by the way. Wait, for real? They are? Is that where they came from? Oh, just never mind. I get it. IBM to invest $10 billion in quantum research and manufacturing with the goal of creating the first large-scale, fault-tolerant quantum computer by 2029. Anthropic released new versions of its flagship AI model, Claude Opus 4.8, and it immediately took over the world. Engineers develop new method to extract lithium from rocks, with significantly less toxic waste than current approaches. Now we're talking. Mineral is key component in every form, everything from smartphones to clean energy. Nanotube-based sensor detects early-stage bladder cancer with 50,000 times greater sensitivity than standard techniques. Disease accounts for 85,000 new cases and 15,000 deaths in the U.S. each year. Damn. Bladder cancer? IBM is now Levano. Really? I didn't know that. Wait. For real? Now I feel like I gotta go to the doctors just to check. Anthropic tops OpenAI as most valuable AI startup after raising $65 billion at a 90... Hold on. Is that 96? Sorry. $965 billion valuation. Gross. Web development company Wix to lay off 20% of its workforce, citing the evolution of AI. Yeah, because AI is building websites now. Yellow Lava, good morning. Good morning. Oh, you know what? Breezy, are you still here? Breezy, are you still here? Put a W in chat if you're still here. Former CIA officer is accused of potentially stealing $40 million of public funds in a form of 303 gold bars after requesting money for work-related expenses. W. All right, here you go. Because I don't think you've seen it yet. We have a new animal segment. All right? And this one, well, I think you're going to like it. Squirrels spend most of their time hiding food. Most of it is either lost or stolen from other animals, but they always can find their nuts, which are usually on your face. Got 'em. Got him. Got him. Anything else interesting in news? Political. Fastest growing cities. No one cares. Strange sea creatures are watching ashore in massive numbers. Weird. Here's what they look like, guys. These things are called... These interesting creatures usually float along the surface far offshore, but washed up along the U.S. Pacific Coast beaches in late April and early May. Not quite jellyfish, they're named vela, but are commonly called by the wind sailors, okay? So they're kind of jellyfishy, but not. And they're... Oh my god, and they're just coming in droves? They're like, bro, we gotta get out of the ocean. And these birds are like, hell yeah. At least the birds are getting some fed. That's crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this one. Look at that one. Look at this one. Holy smokes. Love it. Well, not the nuts on the face, but the segment. No, actually, the Iron Boys originally came from West Palm Beach, Florida. Haha! I knew it. I knew they were from Florida, actually. I don't know why I'm like, haha, I knew that, like someone was saying I didn't, but I watched the first episode of Spider Noir last night and it was really good. Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet. I still haven't finished Darth Maul yet. Have you seen Darth Maul yet, Steel? That's climate change and human population probably. Low. Yeah, no, it's definitely. Random question for the married men out there. Do y'all's wives smack your ass? Because my girl does it a lot. Oh yeah. Not as often as I smack her ass, but it happens all the time. I actually will walk by Elizabeth and just put my face in her ass. And I should probably hate that I told everyone that. I smack your ass with the telephone. Let's go. My friend worked on Spider Noir in a session, so proud to see them have a moment. Hell yeah. They deserve it. They deserve it. That's a double wham. That's a double wham. The old double wham. All right, guys, it's Friday, and Friday we don't have a thing for that, but it's best of what it is updates today, guys, and I am hoping that we find some good ones. Remember that one week where we had nothing but basura way? I don't want basura way today. I want good stuff. And it's right off the bat, we got a good one. Would I be the asshole if I broke up with my boyfriend because his friends got him a... Oh no! 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 Would I be the asshole if I broke up with my boyfriend because his friends got him a me-shaped piñata? A me... Locking... Guys, buckle up. Wouldn't stick their face in their... Who wouldn't stick their face in their wife's ass? Yes. Lock the fuck in. This is giving fucking Napoleon Dynamite, and I love it already. This was posted in February 10th, 2026. Originally on Am I the Asshole Relationships. That's kind of crazy to make them metaphorically beat her, right? This reminds me of Con. Can you do the Con? Sorry. I, 22 female, and my boyfriend, Matt, 22 male, have been together for a year and 8 months. Okay? Which would be 20 months. I don't know why that mattered. I like their version better. Matt and I go to different universities in neighboring cities. After a 45-minute drive, Matt is about a 45-minute drive. Matt is in a fraternity, important for later. It was Matt's birthday on Friday, and him and went out to dinner to celebrate. After dinner, I went back to my university since I live on campus. The next evening, I was on Instagram and I clicked one of our mutual friends' private stories and I saw that Matt had a bunch of his friends hitting and stomping on a piñata. By clicking through more of the stories, I figured it must have been a surprise party for Matt since he had told me his own birthday plans were dinner with me. On the last slide of the Instagram story, I got a close-up of the piñata and it looked exactly like me. From the hair color to the skin color, even down to my septum piercing. There was no doubt that it was me. I was really confused and I screen recorded the stories. Then I messaged a friend who posted the story. I asked her if it was me and as a piñata, and she left me on red and removed me from the close friends story. This just confirmed my suspicions. Oh, damn. Damn, and she's probably banging him too. The friend is definitely banging him. That's kind of crazy to make this metaphor could be here. Oh, so stupid frat shit. Next. Well, he told me that it was not me. The next day I texted him and asked him how his party went, and he acted confused and said he never had a party. I was confused as to why he was lying to me. I told him I saw it on mutual friend's private story, and he completely stopped answering. That's when you break up with them. I don't even know what we're doing here. Yeah, check the list first, right? I told him I saw it on, and he, an hour later he answered, said, yeah, the guys threw me a surprise party. It's frat tradition not to talk about it though. Frat, oh my God. Oh my God. It's a frat tradition. We don't talk about surprise parties, okay? That's usually when we have gangbangs, all right? We don't talk about it. Good morning, one and all. She's the asshole. Yeah, for real. Leave him alone. It's his birthday. Steele's right. Sussy behavior, by the way. Yeah, all 100%. She should offer to be the pin. Yeah, why did she offer just to sit there and let them beat her? And she just spits out candy in her teeth. Jesus Christ. Okay, that was way too graphic. I'm sorry, guys. That's when I asked him about the me-shaped piñata, and I sent him the video of him and his friends destroying it. He told me that it was not me, it was just a random piñata that the guys had found. I told him to stop lying to me, and it was obviously me. I told him how hurt I was and that he would allow his friends to do something like that, and all he could answer was that they would kick him out of the frat if he didn't accept it. Oh my God, bitch, break up with him. Why? There's still like a paragraph and a half here. There's nothing else to say. Break up with this dude. You're fucking, how old are you? 22? 22 years old. What are we doing here, lady? I also brought up how if his frat had thrown him a surprise party, why wasn't I invited? I was only 45 minutes away. I knew it wasn't because it was only guys, because the mutual friend who posted on the story was a girl who goes to his university. And I saw in the story there were multiple girls there. Are you telling me a frat guy didn't want to have his girlfriend at his birthday party where there's other girls there? I wonder why. Yo, Ren, have an amazing day. Appreciate you. Liza Mealy, frat club doesn't talk about frat club. Yeah, should have thrown it in Vegas. And then no one would have talked about it. Nisha's right. Nisha's like, I do all my shady shit in Vegas. All right? That's where she met her boyfriend. Well, to be fair, I was gonna say it was in some alleyway, but there's no alleyways in Vegas. She should sleep with his professors and make them fail him. There we go. Boom. That's a pin. Now we're talking. Steele. Now you're cooking. Let him cook, guys. Let him cook. Okay. He stopped answering me and hasn't since. It's been a day with no contact. I'm honestly considering breaking up with him over this. I've caught him in lies before, but this is just too much. The video of him and his friend stomping the piano was just so disturbing to find out that my face was on it. We were planning on moving in together after graduation, but honestly, I don't know anymore. Would I be the asshole if I broke up with him over this? You're the asshole for fucking posting the story and not seeing fucking it after you wrote this all out. Look, the fact that he had a fucking party without you when there's girls there in college at a frat is enough. I'm sorry, but no. Because he's a frat boy, okay? And we all know what frat boys do, all right? They sleep with each other. So, I mean, we met in Tinder, so basically an alleyway, I guess. Niche. Why is that so funny to me right now? Either die the OP or live long enough to get advice from Steel Person. Now, that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt right there. Top comments. Why would you stay with him? He has lied before and he is lying now. You are so young. Go live a wonderful life without someone who doesn't seem to value you. Period. Next comment. The lies plus the genuine disturbing imagery means this isn't about the piñata. It's about who he is. Time to go. Next comment. Oh, fuck no. Dump him. If his friends have a tradition of beating and stomping on effigies of girlfriends when the whole group is... then the whole group is garbage. Plus he lied, and he's lied before. Ma'am, your man, quote unquote, is a woman-hating loser. Trust me, there are better men out there. Next comment. Why even bother talking to him? Just ghost him. He beat a freaking piñata of you with his friends for fun. He doesn't even like you. One of those girls at his surprise party is his real girlfriend. Oh, and it was only a surprise to you. He deserves no more of your time. Yeah, it was only a surprise to you. Exactly. He'd even, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, Lo. No, that was really good, Nisha. Don't be proud of yourself. What does Parker always say? Don't be sorry. Be fierce. You beat up one woman and all of a sudden you're a woman hater. You beat up one woman and now you hate all women. You ever think that was just about her, guys? Damn. Yes, that's how it works. Ask Chris Brown. We're getting Nisha and Steele. Nisha and Steele are on a good one today. All right, so update 4 days later. Hi everyone, thank you all for your comments and messages. I've read each and every one of them and I am truly grateful for all the advice. Update, so Matt texted me back after a full day of incognito. He finally admitted that yes, the piñata was supposed to be me. He said it was just a joke and it was meant to be funny. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. That's when you break up. No, you just fucking break up with him. You just fucking break up with him, right fucking then and there, for fucking not talking to you for a whole day after you saw a video of him fucking beating a piñata at a party for him that you were not invited to. At a frat. At a frat. At a frat. You tell them. L's in chat. L's in chat for OP. Come on. I told him how disrespectful and disturbing that was. I ended up breaking up with him and told him I wasn't going to stay with a man-child who was going to disrespect me for the fun of him and his friends. He completely lost it and begged me to stay. He was apologizing and saying he didn't want to lose me and blah, blah, blah. Well, you fucking grow the fuck up then, bro. You know, it's one thing if it's like a mistake where you're like fucking drunk trying to hook up with someone and begging, you know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, piece of shit behavior regardless. But like, this is beyond, this doesn't, there's no coming back, bro. There's no coming back. If you really cared, you wouldn't have acted. You wouldn't have not fucking ghosted her for an entire fucking day. Like, fuck off. What a loser. Yes, loser. Thank you. He should make a piñata of himself. Hell yeah. Give it to her. There you go. After I made it clear I wasn't going to take him back, he literally sent me a video of him making... He literally sent her a video of making out with our mutual friend, the one that she got the piñata video from. Wow. I don't know what the point of that was. Maybe just a final FU, but I honestly couldn't care at that point. I now realize how immature he was. I just blocked him. So yes, most of you were right. He was cheating on me. I'm thankful that I didn't move in with this jerk and I saw him for who he really was. An immature man-child. And yes, I will be sending the video to the university, though I doubt they will do anything. But yes, this is an update and thanks again for all the support and kind words. That truly means so much. Yeah, don't waste your time sending that shit to the university. There's no point. There's no point. But good for her. Almost sending it to the I know, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just yeah. My boyfriend hurt my boyfriend hurt my feelings. Look what he did. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just impressed that they were able to put a septum piercing on a piñata. Don't send to the university. Send it to his mom. Oh! Yo! I'm already with his mom. Yeah. Don't send his mom footage. Send her steel person. Yes, steel person's gonna make her some bottom text, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna clango her klunga, if you know what I'm saying. Feel me? Grounded forever. Yeah, he's not getting out of that one, Niche. Good morning, Caitlin. How you doing today? So much fun. So much fun last night in D&D. If you guys missed D&D, go watch it. We had so much fun. Everyone got quests. Do you guys want to hear about the quests that our party got? What the fuck did I just walk into? Clanger or Glonoa? Glonga? Yeah, exactly. You missed it, yeah. Yeah, what'd you miss? He also, but Caitlin, if you look at the pin, she should sleep with his professor and make them fail him is also a good idea too. Also another good idea. All right, here we go. This one was originally posted on r/confessions, reposted on Best of Redditor Updates. Terminally ill and racking up credit card debt with 0 fucks to give. Hell yeah. I've had cancer for 2 years now, did chemo, lost my leg, beats odds, and managed to even go back to work. Well, shit hit the fan and treatment stopped working. Probably got weeks, maybe a couple months at best. I'm 22, don't own a house, don't own my own car, have maybe 2K pounds in the bank. So I took out a credit card, 6.5K limit, 0 APR for 20 months. I'm previously building up a good credit score and now buying whatever the fuck I want. The debt will die with me and I give no fucks. And if you want to beef me about driving your bank fees up with this behavior, at least you get to live. Lol. Edit, thank you all for your amazing responses. Unfortunately, it's bone cancer that has spread through my whole body, so I'm too weak now to travel far as much as I would love to see the world. I'm going to go bigger and do some good stuff. If you have any ideas, I want to do some big donations to food banks, cancer charities that supported me through my journey, and make some differences before I pop. Also, shame on all you for asking me for money. For people just straight up update. Took out some more credit cards. Thanks for the suggestions. Some of you are asking I'm a girl. Haha. I bought lots of things for my family, mostly sentimental things with my handwriting on it. I bought a crab at a fancy ass seafood place. That was awesome. I donated to an animal shelter and food banks, also to the cancer charities who helped drag my ass through this. Also, can y'all stop telling me to find Jesus? I respect those of you who are praying for me because I know that's your way of thinking of me, and I'm really touched by that. But finding God is no way in my plans and not what I believe will happen after death. Trying to force religion down a dying person's throat is really not the vibe. Holy shit. Update 3. Still hanging on. I've deteriorated quite a lot now. Lost a lot of functionality in my body at this point. I'm so bedbound and mostly just watching lots of TV and seeing family, but I'm comfortable eating apples and cheese and lots of little treats. Thank you all for still checking in and thinking of me. I'm really fortunate to be surrounded by friends and family right now. When you boil it all down to at the end, it's really all you need. Anyways, I'll try to update again soon. Then some comments. No one cares about the comments. Final update from her twin sister. I managed to track down this post whilst going through her phone and saw, this is 9 months later, and saw that it blew up. She passed away peacefully in July, surrounded by family, dogs, and multiple credit cards. She did a lot of good, including buying refurbs for local primary and preschools and making a lot of improvements in the community. To those saying it would be passed to us, no, it was wiped and cleared. She has no inheritance, not a penny to her name since she was only 22 and didn't have those adult things like life insurance or mortgages. Thank you all for your support. She really kept this one hidden. Wow. That's fucking amazing. That's, so often do we read just shitty stories on here, and this was really nice. This was a really nice story. And you know what? If I wasn't married and had all those adult things like mortgages and shit, I would do the same fucking thing. The same fucking thing. I want money, Lamo. Well, there's that steal. Here, sorry, rough morning. I'm sorry, Snugs. I hope you have a better morning, you handsome devil. How many dildos though? Yeah, diabolical. Any prostitutes? Pinata gangbang? How many chip on Dolly's house calls? Yeah. Chip and Dale's Dolly's. Chip and Dale's. I said Chip and Dolly's. Chip and Dolly's. That's a male strip club where everyone's dressed like Pitbull. I'm going to go ahead and time myself out for that joke. Chip and Dolly's is crazy. That was definitely a fake post. Oh lordy, Lamo, rip. That was clearly fake. I agree with you. Posture check. Thank you for the posture check. Yeah. My twin sister just happened to find her Reddit account and log in and then post it. No, I agree. Let's have this though, Steele. Let's have this though. Real fake don't matter on Reddit. It's the lesson that matters. Exactly. It's like a parable. Phones have logins saved and automatically now, and they look the same. Same easy access. True. And I think her twin sister might know. Oh no, what was that clip? Party rock in the house. Dales. Yeah, Lamo. Chip and Dale. These nuts. Lamo, we can't have shit. We can't have shit. It's true, but it's okay. You know what that clip is? You know what that clip is? Oh god. I'm gonna click it real quick. Chip and Dales, guys. Chip and Dales. Dales! Ah, that is a good clip. Thank you. Thank you, Paka. Unsalted or no? Oh, they're extra salted. If Penguin's around, it's extra salted. Am I right? Am I right, Penguin? Alright, guys. I mean, I am a fan of Pitbull, so... Caitlin's like, let's do it. But what's funny is, like, they're all different ethnicities, too. Like, you got super white guys, you got some black guys, you got some Asian guys. You know, all with a like, bald with the glasses, you know. We need a devil. I've shaved like salt, so I get it. Snugs, how you... Okay, you know what, Snugs, I know you're not... You said you're having a rough morning, so here. You can have this for free this morning. Save your points and have this for free. Right, y'all.
Built like a tractor.
I've been holding back a couple like really out of pocket Caitlyn Core posts, by the way, Caitlyn. There was one that I was just like, she'd kill me if I posted this. But I did save it. I did save it to my TikTok. Post that shit. All right, you got that. All right. How to politely tell someone to F off. This one comes from moldy avocados, but it's like mold spelled differently with a U. Moldy avocados. What is moldy avocados? I gotta see what this subreddit is. Oh, no, sorry. That's the... Moldy avocados is the username. This comes from Coworker Stories. Sorry. Coworker Stories. Respectfully, fuck off. Boom, next. This comes from Coworker Stories. This is best of Redditor updates. And it has... Just on Redditor updates, it had 6.4 thousand up in there. So, let's see what it is. I'm a manager. Someone has recently joined my business area. It is not his direct manager, but I'm not his direct manager, but he does kind of feed into my team slightly. He seems to think sending me messages offering to help is the way forward, but they're coming off as condescending and they're pissing me off. Example, this morning he messaged me about asking if I need help setting up team 2 meetings. I don't need help setting up fucking meetings. My initial reaction is to go back with, I know how to set up meetings, but thanks, but I fear that's too bitchy. Any suggestions? Also, I understand that he's probably just keen, but this isn't the way to go about it. Update, thanks for all the suggestions. I went back with, thanks for the invite, have already been sent. If you're looking for more work, I suggest speaking to X and Y. X and Y being the 2 project managers he's supporting as project support. Did you say Wedditors? I did. I did. But with a T, not a D. Business area sounds like an innuendo for penis. I feel like, if anything, it'd be more vagina. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the business happens. Or a butthole. I feel like a hole would be a business area. Okay, why am I like this? And this is your fault, Nisha. This one's your fault. I'm blaming you for this one. It's the mouth. The mouth is the business area, says Caitlin. So there you go. Here we go. Update the next day. Whoa, Limo. I think I'd have another. Didn't think I'd have another update this quick, but I'm in the office today. I like to get here early. I was at my desk, AirPods in, trying to a document when he came over to my desk. He asked me if I'm okay. It feels like we have a problem. He's just trying to help me because he cares. I looked him dead in the eye and told him, I know what you're doing and it's not going to work. I'm not going anywhere. Instead of focusing on my job, focus on your own. And went back to work. I had a lot of time to think about it last night and woke up pissed off. Damn! Don't be racist. I'm a building. Oh my God, Steel, thank you for sending me that shit. I'm cutting that down and I'm gonna make that a command, just so you know. I know for a fact key artifacts are missing from the project he's working on and he's responsible for, and there's an X board tomorrow, so it's going to be highlighted. He's the one who's going to look like he can't handle his responsibilities, not me. Okay. Thanks to everyone for the advice yesterday. It was massive help and confidence booster. Update. Sorry for the late update. Been a long day. For everyone asking, he didn't take it well. I had put my AirPods back in but got told by others he called me a bitch. The B word? A hard B? In this economy? I met with his boss earlier today. I showed him all of the team's messages and emails that he's sent me over the last 3 to 4 months. She showed me messages he sent to her implying that I'm slacking and he's been covering for me. Hard B, burrito. I had a burrito last night. Shrimp burrito. Limo, I would have chosen cunt, but okay. For the record, that's not the case. There's nothing I or my team have missed, and I've certainly not asked him to cover anything for me. We called my boss in and brought him up to speed. We mentioned the artifacts that he's still not done for the X board tomorrow, and should we remind him again? My boss said no. If he thinks he's so marvelous, he can show everyone just how marvelous tomorrow. The pack was issued minus his slides, so it's blatantly obvious that he's not done them. It's not even the slides, it's the whole system that he's supposed to input the information into and extract that into something pretty for the pack. There's nothing. He's simply not bothered by it, but has all the time in the world to concern himself with my job. I can update after the board tomorrow if anyone is interested. Is anyone interested in an update? Because we have one! 2 days later. Limo, I would have chosen cunt, okay, but not a slackish bitch, yeah. A slackish bitch, yeah. We went into the board meeting. We got to his slides and there was nothing. He looked at me and was like, avocados? Like it was my responsibility? Oh, right, because their name is Avocado. Sorry. Before I could even get a word in, my boss asked him what he meant, and he said that he emailed me to delegate his slides to me, and I had agreed. I asked him to show me the email because I didn't recall any such email, and I didn't recall agreeing to do his work. Said he didn't have his laptop, so he couldn't. My boss said we'd wait while he went and got it. Oh! Can we get W's in chat right now for this boss? Can we get W's in chat for this fucking boss right now? We waited almost 20 minutes for him to come back and then claim he must have deleted it, but he knew for sure that I'd agree. Who the fuck deletes emails that they send? You delete sent emails? You delete sent emails, bud? Go, boss, go. Go, Diego, go. Deleted, but he for sure knew I agreed. His boss asked why he would ask me in the first place and why I would ever agree given we're on different teams and in different business areas. Different business areas? Who sends emails still? Send a text. Well, emails are better because it stays on the server and there's more evidence, you know? He said he didn't know, but he'd asked and I said yes. What a fucking loser. What a fucking... Look, guys. Shane Top always says this. If you're going to be an asshole, if you're going to be a piece of shit, be good at it. Okay? This is bad. Like, it's one thing to be an asshole, but this is bad. You're just not... You're worse. You're embarrassing yourself and all your peeps for this. Anyways, we literally didn't move on. The rest of the meeting was us going over it and him refusing to take blame/blaming me. It was fucking madness. Long story short, he's now on a PIP with the intention of him going in 90 days. It's wild how I've gone from feeling anxious about losing my job to him to feeling more secure than ever. Fuck my Luttrell phase. Okay. She's talking about her business. Go, bad bitch, go, bad bitch, go. Go, bad bitch, go, bad bitch, go. Did someone say anal? Okay, boomer. Anyways, always. Damn, I just finished my daily wet juice ritual. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God damn it. Clicked the wrong button. There we go. Can I throw my house guest out 2 weeks into a planned 6-week stay? This was posted on Legal Advice. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay, I'll save the day today. Clears throat. Poop gooning. Damn it! Poop gooning. Yep, I have and will. Wait, are you talking about poop gooning, Nisha? Ew. Depends if OP is hot or not. That's also true. Can I throw my house guest house 2 weeks into a planned 6-week stay? You organized those books yet? I agreed to let a friend of a friend stay with me for 6 weeks while he's in town for work-related courses. He's been nothing but inconsiderate and entitled since he got here, but our mutual friend is important to me, so I decided to stick it out. No. The second he does some shit, you tell your friend, yo, the fuck is this shit? You fucking check your homie before I kick him out. That's it. We're not doing this. You check your homie. It's not my job to check him because I'm just going to kick him the fuck out. He's not my friend. It's not what we do. It's not what we do here. That went out the window this morning when he informed me that his mother and aunt will be flying in on Friday to visit New York and will be spending the week staying in my living room. He basically had a full-blown temper tantrum when I told him that wasn't happening and I'm officially done with it. Holy fucking shit. Are you kidding me? The actual factual fucking assholery of this guy. No, Lamo, girls don't poop, silly. No, they just goon? Is that what you're saying? Did you pee on a tractor? I just finished last night. I got my pizza party. Thanks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I was lurking for a bit, but had D&D. Just a Jeep. I appreciate it. Yes, really, really fun D&D. Really fun D&D last night. Caitlin saved the man from a thimble. And decided to take his cat. What Alexander Jamilton. It's originally named Whiskers, but she changed it to Alexander Jamilton. He basically had a full... Okay, the bright side is that I only have had a spare key to my doorknob lock, so I just plan to leave the deadbolt locked while he's staying here. In a perfect world, I'm just lock the deadbolt, tell him he's gonna have to find other accommodations, arrange for him to come pick up his stuff. I know New York has a very tenant-friendly laws, but I guess my hope is that this hasn't become a tenancy issue. He's only been here for 10 days and an apartment back and has an apartment back in Indiana, and I've got emails / texts with him and our mutual friend that include discussions about the duration and context of his stay. I'm hoping all of that will work in my favor, but I really have no idea what to expect if he tries to push back. So yeah, can I lock this guy out and tell him to fuck off, or would that end terribly for me? Thanks. Edit to mention it's his mother and aunt. I was typing fast that I was thinking what I was thinking when I posted this. Where we at? Yeah, I had D&D up while I streamed. Occasionally had to stop and laugh. Lol. That's my puss now. That's my puss now. Yeah, we had a good time. Do you play D&D, Penguin? Are you a D&Dist? Have you ever played? Okay, comments. I'm actually sometimes I skip comments, but this is one where I want, because I want to hear what lawyers say. Not a lawyer, they said. NYS laws state that if someone stayed with you for 30 consecutive days, the relationship changes and they are legally have protections afforded to tenants. It's been less than 2 weeks and they should have been considered as guests in your home, and you should be free to kick them out. Commenter 2, he has been there for 2 weeks. His visit has a predefined end date that was discussed, and he has a place back home. All of this supports he is a guest, and you should be able to kick him out with no consequences. You can request a police standby when he comes to get his items to ensure that he doesn't try to get back in. YMMV if the police will be willing to do this. What the fuck does YMMV mean? Your mileage may vary. Okay. What about Tayahugana? Yeah. I never played. I got drunk one night and ordered 2 sets of dice. They just sit there. Well, guess what? You have a chance. You have a chance, Penguin, if you ever want to play. All right. However, if he lies and says he was moving there or otherwise throws some uncertainty into if he is a tenant or regular guest, there is a decent chance the police say it is a civil matter regardless of what you might have to suggest. He was a guest and you would have to go to court to evict him. That probably won't happen, but it is possible. Commenter 3, are you taking any money from him to put him up while will be the main deciding factor? If no, then no, he doesn't have any right to stay. That's good news. No money was involved. I was doing this entirely as a favor for our mutual friend. Let's fucking go. Got to go to the US Cellular store because the replacement they sent me was for T-Mobile and not for US Cellular, so I have to go get a physical SIM card because my phone has eSIM, but I'll be back. Hell yeah, Tej. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And get that SIM, bro. Get that SIM. And make sure to bottom text too as well. I didn't make the girls go to school today, so we got breakfast and they are watching Queso. Low. Wow. Wow. They don't. And I was about to play the morning routine song too. No, let them watch Queso. He's a better streamer, obviously. Obviously he's a better streamer. No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, he has people that animate him. I'm just joking. My guest is gone. Update. My guest is gone and has returned my keys as of last night. I doubt he was able to make copies, but I'll be keeping the deadbolt locked just in case. There was a pretty embarrassing meltdown, but he made no effort to claim that he had the right to stay or anything. Unfortunately, there will be some social and familial consequences, as the guy I was referring to as our mutual friend is actually a mutual cousin, though the now former guest and I aren't actually related. That didn't seem very relevant to my issue, and I was trying to be concise, but it's going to be a thorn in my side going forward. I don't have any regrets though. I'm not interested in dealing with that kind of disrespect in my own apartment. Anyways, I appreciate everyone who let me know that I was going to just tell him to find new arrangements. This is fucking crazy. Gross. That's crazy. Dylan, we're talking about poop gooning here. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not explaining that this early. I would like you to explain it to me any time of the day, Caitlin. I still don't know what it is, and it doesn't exist. Okay, so thanks, Dylan. Now I'm hungry for hot cheese. Hell yeah. Well, I'll give you some hot cheese. Only the edge, though, of the cheese. Did you see Jojo Siwa is expecting? You're not gonna get me. Not gonna get me. Oh, okay. So it's when you goon while you poop. Got it. Poop gooning is totally fetch. Thank you. And we're gonna go ahead and there it is. Glad I could clear that up for you. Yeah. No, thank you. No, now tell your kids. Is that a signal? Obviously that was a signal, Gil. Obviously that was a signal. I think Dylan signaled me. I think so. You think? You think? I'm sitting here forget it. Forget it. He's just gonna drop it in the middle of something else. I already know it. Okay. So good for that person. I was actually hoping for more drama. Actually hoping for more drama with that one. And thank you, Gil. Hey, Riddler, number 14. Do you actually know all the numbers that you've seen, or are you just come in and say random numbers? Just out of curiosity. How you doing, Riddler? Good to see you.
Otter 841 is a notorious otter from Santa Cruz, California, known for attacking surfers and stealing their surfboards, getting her the nickname Laverna, after the Roman goddess of thieves.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's... Okay, I want a good one, man. I want a really good... Okay, this one's got 9,000 votes. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this one is. How you doing, Riddler? Hope you're having an amazing morning. This was posted 6 days ago, originally on Relationship Advice. Posted... the original post was on my birthday, 2019. Oh, what was I doing on my birthday, 2019? I think I just sat around and ate tacos. I'll never forget my first stream. It was the birth of poop gooning. Was it? Damn, that's crazy. Let's see here. Okay. Wife started to hate me and our kids all of a sudden, and now she left us. Aw. Damn. Hi, this is my first time posting and I'm not an English native speaker. I'm also sorry for my mess of a text. I'm just at the end mentally. My 38 male wife, 36 female, started to become increasingly hostile towards me, the kids, and her own parents. Our kids are 12, 9, and 4 years old. I first started to notice it around 1 week ago when our 12-year-old tripped while playing and fell on her face. I ran to her to reassure she was okay, but my wife didn't really bother. She just sat on the bench and watched me and our daughter. That evening I asked her why she showed no reaction. She shrugged it off and told me, I looked after her, so it's okay. That's not her normal behavior at all, and if that had happened a couple months ago, she would have dropped everything and immediately looked after our daughter. The day after that incident, we ate dinner and the 9-year-old asked her to pass the ketchup. She didn't pass it, but responded with, why do you want to eat our ketchup? What the fuck? That caught me off guard and I was extremely baffled. He asked if it isn't also his ketchup, but she insisted that it's hers and her family's ketchup. What the fuck? I thought she was making a joke, but she looked extremely stern and sincere, so I gave him the catch-up. The rest of the day was uneventful, but she kept looking at me and the kids in this, I really don't know, aggressive fashion, as if there was a threat to her. What the f... Caitlin, why? Caitlin, why? For those watching on YouTube, Caitlin just redeemed 2 Am I the Devil's. This is going to be a horrible Friday. Yeah, it was wild intro to you weirdos. That's amazing. I'm so glad you found us. I'm alright, just another day at work. Hell yeah. Uh-oh, I think she got caught. Ligma. Ligma balls. Okay, who's trying to make fetch happen again? Gretchen Wieners, are you in here? Lamo. She got a concussion. OP's spouse was replaced by an alien. That's what it is. Can we get a couple of those while we are at it? Yeah. It's Friday, that's why. That's fair. One of my friends just had a concussion and in the hospital, doesn't know what year it is and can't say the months. Damn, I'm sorry, Steele. I'm really sorry. That sucks. I hope they do better. And I hope it wasn't your fault. During the last week, but you did bang their mom though, right, Steele? While they're in the hospital? I'm sorry. This probably wasn't the time to go full Steele. I hope so. It's been a month almost. Concussions can be bad. During the last week, I received only 1 kiss, not a single hug or any other kind of affection, and even if she sometimes smiles at me, it just looks extremely forced. Sometimes she just looks at me and she searches as if she's searching for something. Obviously, I asked her a couple of times if something was wrong, but she always denied it and said everything is fine. The problem is, if she was only hostile towards me, I could somewhat in some way understand it. Maybe I annoy her, maybe she doesn't love me anymore, or she thinks I'm cheating, or I don't fucking know. But she also seems to hate or at least be neutral towards the children. When they talk about school, she doesn't care. When they have problems, she doesn't care. She doesn't she doesn't tuck them in at night and tell our kids that she's in a she doesn't tuck them in at night, and I tell our kids she's in a bad mood and has a lot on her plate. But obviously they know as sure as I do that something isn't right. It's really got out of hand when 2 days ago her mother called me asking if something is wrong with her daughter. Apparently she doesn't, or at least only briefly answers her text and doesn't want to meet her anymore. She told me that my wife told her that she isn't her real mother, which of course is something horrible to say, and we both don't know why she said it or what exactly it meant. When she asked my wife why she said that, she excused herself and said it was a joke. She never, or at least rarely, had an argument with her mom. Okay, now I'm actually legit. This is actually legit scary. This is scary. This is a scary story. We all had a great relationship up until this point, and I can't in any possible way find out what changed. It kept me up all night because my wife just feels like a different person. Now I thought about a mental illness, maybe some form of early Alzheimer's, but it doesn't seem to fit her behavior. She had a depression when she was younger, but that's 10 years ago. She was as lovely as one can be even 2 weeks ago. There are a lot of other instances of her behavior, but I don't have the energy to write it all down now. That brings me to yesterday. I sat her down and asked her if something is wrong, and I need to answer now, or otherwise she will see a psychiatrist. She started telling me that everything was fine, and she's just has to act as she always does. She has acted like she always does. That sentence made me feel sick to my stomach because I didn't know what it meant. Is she seeing someone? Is someone fucking holding her hostage? Or what is happening? I asked her what she meant, but she just brushed it off again, saying that she is okay. I told her that we're seeing a psychologist, and she started screaming at me that I can't make her. I insisted, so she threw a cup at me, got up and told me that she wants her real family back. I don't fucking know what that means. We didn't change anything. What the fuck is happening? Everything is as it was a month ago. She grabbed her purse and ran out of the house. She returned a couple hours later and told me she is sorry for how she acted. She did a complete 360 and said everything is good now. She kissed me and told me she will explain it tomorrow. No, fuck no. You explain right now, bitch. but she is tired now. When she got to bed later, she kept looking at me as if I'm a stranger, but I was extremely exhausted from everything and fell asleep. This is so fucking scary and weird. In the morning now, she left the house. I can't find her, and it looks like she's packed some stuff of hers, some jackets, her purses, 2 pairs of shoes. I called her parents, her friends, everyone she knows, but they all haven't seen her. Her friends told me that they haven't had any contact with her for the last week. Should I call the police now? Have some of you experienced something similar? I just don't know what to do. I've never felt so helpless. Edit. I called the police a couple minutes after the first person here told me to. The police responded and they took my story very serious and said they will search for her immediately. I told them a couple places she might be. I waited at home and distracted the children, saying that their mom took some time for herself. Her parents are at my house and play with the children. They are just as destroyed and unnerved as me. They had found my wife an hour ago at a local park, 5 hours after they started searching for her. It didn't look like she was fleeing or in a hurry, just waiting, sitting on a bench. They told me, however, that she was extremely hostile towards the police and punched an officer. Every second I think this story is getting chiller, it just goes to the 10th degree. She is now in a psychiatric clinic, but I'm not allowed to meet her nor anyone else. Doctors are caring for her and will call me as soon as they know more. Thanks for everyone's replies. I am extremely worried and reading into mental illnesses you have posted. I just hope it's something they can cure quickly. I still feel like a bad dream. Update. 2 days later. I'm sorry I'm not reading any comments. I'm fucking locked the fuck in on this story. A lot of people seem to care and I got a ton of encouraging messages, so I will post an update for you. We live in Northern Europe for those that ask. Thanks for everyone that gave me all their advice. A lot of you have assumed schizophrenia or the rare Capgras delusion. I don't know what that is. Some of you assume she was cheating, which is something I won't even address. Thinking about it, Capgras really fit the symptoms, but I couldn't just accept that, still hoping she was somehow fucking with us or that it was something mild and temporary and I just overreacted. After they took her in, I drove to the mental institute to give an exact explanation of what happened in the last weeks. The psychiatrist assumed some sort of schizophrenia. They told me they will look after her and I should go home to my children. I felt like I was drunk the entire time. I couldn't close a single eye at night. The psychiatrist called me yesterday evening and asked me to come to her office. I left my children with their grandparents and drove for what felt like an eternity. She told me straight up that she strongly assumes that it's Capgras. I still don't know what that is. She never saw a case of Capgras before, but it fits everything she gathered. She explained to me how the past 2 days went down. My wife arrived there, being extremely hostile. She was put in a safe room where she couldn't hurt herself. She calmed down after a couple of hours and the psychiatrist was able to talk to her. The good news was that she quickly opened up and explained to her what she thinks. She knows, quote unquote, that her family and most of her friends have been swapped by clones. She assumed that we, the clones, had sent the police officers to get her and that she was scared of what we might do to her. She flew in the first place because she felt that she might attack her, but mostly to get some space. She still isn't sure if the clones are malicious or not. That explains why she was distrusting me and always searched for some signs in me and the kids. My wife said that we act exactly like the real ones and how perfect our disguises was, but she knew that we aren't real because she didn't feel any love towards me or the kids or her own parents. Writing this down feels like a lance piercing through my chest. A lance, bro. Okay, fucking nerd. Hey guys, get a look at this nerd with a wife with some fucking mental illness. Okay, that was me. She also told her that she was trying to hide her distrust of us because she couldn't be sure if we know that she knows that we aren't the real we. Her delusion that we've been swapped came to her one day before I noticed it. 10 days ago, she woke up, looked at me, and knew that I wasn't the same anymore. Not the real one. Same with the kids, her parents, and her friends. She hadn't had those thoughts before. She asked the psychiatrist if she knows who swapped us or why it happened or if this happens often. She tried to avoid answering her questions because she wasn't sure how my wife would react if she gave in or took her out of her delusion. Well, I asked her when she can get out again. The psychiatrist asked if she wants to get out, and she answered that she's okay being here. It gives her some comfort being with professionals, and she now has time to think. It helps my wife. It helps that my wife is a nurse and that she respects doctors a lot. Whew. The psychiatrist explained to me that how they will try to slowly deconstruct her delusion and that it can take a short or a very long time until she fully recovers. She explained to me that if it's possible that she might never truly recover, but the fact that she opened up about it and doesn't necessarily feel scared is a good sign. I'm still not allowed to see her as it could make her panic. She appears to be completely clear of mind about everything else. She knows names, dates, places, facts, and everything she knew before. Only the thought that we aren't the real ones is now only okay. Only the thought that we aren't the real ones is now a fact to her. Now I'll wait till they have good news or bad news of some or till they have some good news or bad news or how she develops. God, that was written poorly. Writing all this down really helped me. I'm trying to wrap my head around the situation. I'm mostly scared for her and the children. I can't hide how distressed I am and that my wife isn't at home. So I explained to them that she is in a mental hospital and she has to recover. The 4-year-old doesn't really understand, but the other two took it surprisingly well. It helps that they heard all those morbid stories my wife told them from the hospital, I guess. They asked me that when they can see her, and I told them that I don't care, but I hope it will be soon. I haven't felt this empty, and I don't know if it should be sad or angry. Fuck. Thank you to everyone that helped me, but I'll be waiting. I'm in a waiting room at the dentist, so it's so surreal. I feel better knowing what the problem is, but worse knowing what it is. Oh my God. Holy smokes. Okay, before we get into the final update, let me catch up. Capgras delusion. Okay. Scrolling up, I missed a lot of shit here. A lot of shit. And now we gotta do 2 devils after this. I hope so. It's been a month. With her in the room, of course. Right. Obviously. Hook up with her mom with her in the room. Yeah. I'm not the devil, but I'm pretty close to it, apparently. She needs to see a doctor, definitely brain damage. She does need to see someone, maybe be committed. Buenos dias, handsome sir. Hey, Jizzle in the hizzle. Happy Friday, host. What's up, Fee? What's up, AJ Salas? How's your what juice percentage? Depression doesn't go away. This is true. Depression, to me, depression is kind of like alcoholism. You're always recovering from it. You know what I mean? And especially how deep it can be. I don't have juice. What? I think this is fake. Alternate universe. Take her to the hospital. Get her brain checked. Sometime a mild head injury can cause a major mood swing / mental breakdown. Yeah. You'd be surprised. People have mental breaks. Yeah. Did someone say poop gooning? Yes. Inane. A while ago. Just for you. Just for you. Ew. I don't like her. No. Isn't it chick? Isn't it chick? According to the pin post, they did. Fuck yeah. This is fake. AJ Salsa. No. What the fuck? Lamo. Schizophrenia. Caprice. Capgras delusion. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm butchering it. Everyone knows Europe isn't real. That's true. Lamo. Chat's on point today. Yeah. She's fucking with you by punching cops. Yeah. Right? I read a book that ended like this recently. Was creepy. Okay. Maybe this is real. It's so detailed before though, so I don't think it is. Right? Hashtag back joke. I'd fuck the nurse. Do you think she likes Star Wars? I hope so. Capgras syndrome or Capgras delusion is a rare psychiatric condition where a person holds the delusion belief that a close family member, friend, or pet has been replaced by an identical looking imposter. Damn! Holy shit. Looks like it's more prevalent on schizophrenia patients and may be caused by brain damage. Dill Gray been replaced by Dill Gary. Facts. Aggie, when are we buying you a leather bikini? I'll throw a free sample of AJ Gimp Soup Rash Cream. Free AJ bikini leather for every hoe. That's right. All right, we caught up. Good to see you, Inane, Dark Fee, and of course, Inane Chick. By the way, guys, while I got you here before we do this big update, I'm playing games tonight. Optimus is in town, and Optimus is going to be coming over, and we're going to be playing FNAF 3. So, just like how everyone wants, I'm going to get yelled at. Or I'm going to be yelling and scared. just like everyone likes. Bonus salsa topping. Yes. Yas. No, it's Dill Gray to Dylan Gray. There it is. Thank you for not spelling Dylan differently. I really appreciate that, Penguin. Final update. 3 months later. Dill Gravy is in my phone. That's fair. Something to look forward to on this fine Friday. Hell yeah. In fact, you know, you guys are all fine. You know what I'm saying? All y'all. And I mean that. I mean that. For real, for real. I almost thirst trapped for you guys, but we're not gonna thirst trap.
Edging is all I think about.
I knew, Gil. Girl! I love you, Gil. Kiss ass. Not for play. Not for play. Not for play, AJJ. AJ, what have you been thinking about all the D&D? Do you watch D&D, or is this your first D&D? Exclamation point, Madi, please. One of my mods for Nisha. I thought I got another signal. Not signal. A Sig Gil.
This name isn't a joke. Caitlin is smoking crack frequently. Madi yaddy 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 Madi yaddy 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 yaddy.
I thought I got another signal. Bars. Yeah, a Sig Gil. Sig Gil.
Ew, David.
I had only seen one prior. Adrian streamed part of it, and it was GTA themed. He didn't stream all of it though. No, it's a good thing. I was in that party, and let me tell you, a lot of out-of-pocket stuff happened there. Lamo, I swear to God, I love it here a little more every stream. Well, we love you too, Nisha. But not for what you guys might think. It's not because she's nice. It's not because she drops 100 subs at once. It's because of, well, it's because of two things. And it might not be what you think.
Blunts and doggies, blunts and doggies, blunts and doggies, blunts and doggies. Hey Nisha, blunts and doggies, blunts and doggies, blunts and doggies, blunts and dogs. Hey Nisha.
Blunts and doggies. It's gonna be very confusing because when you get a chance to change your name, no, you should change it. You should do Blazed Reaper 333 and then parentheses Hey Nisha would be fucking hilarious. So how many cups made am I allowed? As many as you want, honestly. Who's Nisha? I don't know, weird name. Blaze Reaper would fit right in there too, right? Boom. Alright. Adding another clip. Someone else asked me for a clip. Fuck. Was it Gil? Yes. But where'd I write Gil clip? Did I not write Gil to make a clip for Gil yet? No, I guess I didn't. Alright. Gil clip. Penguin clip. We made the Hey Blazed Nisha Reaper 33. Now we're talking. Oh, by the way, Aggie wanted me to put on my helm, so I'll do that. The fart brings it all together. All right. There you go. Final up the Knights of the D&D table over. The Knights of the D&D table over here. And Riddler's gonna cage the tiger. Good luck caging that tiger. We actually don't know that Tiger Water asked us to make that command. He's like, I want to cage the tiger, redeem, but good luck trying to cage me. Can't cage the tiger. I was like, nice.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that one. Holy, thank you, Aggie. Gil, you need to write that down. If we're suggesting new names for people, what about Gary Dilworth Maxing 21? Now we're talking. Caitlin redeems. Vinny doesn't get a redeem. Barry Mommy. Good morning, Barry Mommy. How you doing? Hope you're well. Caitlin redeems. No one gives a compliment to Adam. Caitlin also redeemed. AJ puts a football in his mouth. Now I know what you're thinking. AJ puts an entire football in his mouth? No, guys, no. It's, first of all, it's deflated, okay? And he puts it in his mouth. Very good for pump, and he goes. Okay? So it's not weird. Man, it's a bad Friday for Vinny and Adam. New name suggestions: Mr. Poopy Gray. Boom, done. Barry's right. Caitlin folds some laundry for Inane, and then Shrub is gonna fold Caitlin's laundry. So, Shrub's going to fold Inane's laundry at the end of it. Imagine Caitlin saying, "I'll text later," and she never does. Fake friend. Boom. Pinned. Oh, damn it. Okay, what the whale? And then guys, no matter what, we are going to get this final update.
Sperm whales are the largest toothed whales and have the largest brains of any creature on Earth, unlike American politicians who have the smallest brains.
Because they're all dummies. T-Ja Fun. How you doing? You hoop gooner. Hope you're well. How you been? I won't text any of you. You can count on that. Inane. Lies. I'm texting. I have Inane's phone number. I'm gonna text her today. Just to spite you, Inane. Yeah, I got it from Aspen. Aspen gave it to me. I'm just joking. I don't have it. Damn it. I'm not getting your text. Maybe Snapchat? My goat. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Teej, fuck your chat too. 8675309. 8675309. Gina. How you doing, Gina? Hope you're well. And Teej smokes or twerks? What's it gonna be, Teej? Hold on, I'm looking at the camera feed right now. Smoking. Check the cans. Yeah, hell, hey, don't have to tell me twice. No, I'm checking those cans. Hey, I'm gonna look at, hey, Tej, we're gonna check those cans, all right? Let me see those cans, Teja. At some point, it's on you guys. At some point, it's on you. It can't just be on me. It can't just be on me. I'll check on those cans, too. Yeah, cancel. Damn it. All right, let's lock in. 281-330-8... 281-330-8004. Do you know that one? I don't know that one, but you know who does? Mike Jones! Who? Mike Jones. This is a strange bunch of humans, Lamo. I love all the jokes that absolutely wouldn't hit anywhere else, right? Who? Mike Jones! I hope everyone is good. I hope you're good, Tej, and your cans. Stop me! Guys! What is happening? All right, hold on. This is unrelated, but I have to the sun's starting to creep through, and it's gonna make that blinding light again. That blinding light again. Call 1-800-STEAMers. Nice. Sorry, getting ready for the day. Hey, you know what, Teach? You deserve it. You deserve... Hold on, guys. I'm cutting the music. Teach, you deserve a day as great as you are. Okay? And you know what? Just because I want you to have a good day, start of your day, there's that. All right? There you go. My cans? Yes. Caitlin, you forgot to stop doing. It was your day to stop. It was your day on the schedule. I'll never stop him, Gil. It's okay, Dylan. You can tell us you're a vampire. We already know. I'm not a vampire. If anything, I'm a werewolf. All right. Oh my God. Did you hear the... Hold on. Everyone calm down. Everyone chill. Everyone relax. My time has come. Queen, let's go! Queen XG, hell the fuck yeah. Queen XG clip on the to-do list. Let's fucking go. Okay. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. But did you see the 877 cashing out thing? Oh, so you sing everyone else's but not mine? Rude. I don't know the 1-800-STEAMers commercial. I'm sorry. It must be a East Coast thing. Where's my fit check? There isn't a fit. There's no fit check. Probably shouldn't have put you on the schedule. I don't know, you seem real scared of the sunshine. I'm gonna take a picture out in the sun today just to prove to Nisha I'm not a vampire. Everyone say fucking come! Giggly! With the 24 months, 2-year anniversary. You know, I played this yesterday because I got timed out by the chat, and I forgot how much I like it, and we're gonna play it again.
This is the beginning of Gigglypuff's video. This is the middle of Gigglypuff's video. And this is the climax.
AJ Salas, 52. In your mouth.
I think it's time. Nisha, have you heard Twilight Core yet? Giggly, good to see you. Good to see you, Gigs. Climaxing on stream. There's actual lore behind that. For some reason, I was writing a story while I was lurking in Giggly's stream, and she's like, "What are you up to, Dylan?" I was like, "Oh, I'm writing a story. I'm actually working on the climax," and I kept getting auto-modded. Climax. So now when you go to Giggly's stream, there's actually a daily climax you can pick up. Worky lurkies, I appreciate you. I don't know why Alpha Penguins always cracks me up. Reading Rainbow, climaxing. That's true. I was just about to say that, Dylan. Is that it that I remember? Wait, I love that, Lamont. Wait, did you hear it though? Wait, did you hear it? No. saying I'm about to climax or I'm working on the climax. I just got to finish the climax is what I said. And then I was like, what the hell? And it kept, not that I remember. Okay, not that you remember. Okay. Well, apologies to Gina right now for having to read this. But we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Because Twilight got brought up. Sorry, Gina. So when I got a writing prompt from Caitlin, and she said, I would like you to make me a Twilight story, but I want it to be erotic. So this, guys, is what we call Twilight erotica. Or some Twilight erotica called Twilight Core. That's right, here we go. Caitlin woke up to the warm sun hitting her face. Confused, she begins looking around at her surroundings. She was in a place she didn't recognize. A brisk wind blows over her and the chilled air kicks her senses into gear. A quick survey of the area makes her even more confused. She appeared to be in a forested area. She sees fog rolling over the surface of a nearby lake and woodland creatures frolicking around about her, but no humans in sight. Then, from the corner of her eye, she catches a glimpse of something sparkling coming from the tree line. It seemed to be a shirtless man, but bright sparkles of light were shimmering off of his body under the sun. His eyes, though deep and mesmerizing, had a hunger about them. Caitlin felt some type of way as he walked toward her. His body, looking like it was sculpted by Michelangelo, kept her attention as he drew closer. Caitlin, he said with a sultry voice that would make a lesser woman tremble, I've been waiting for you. Where are we? She says, lost in deep thought as in T-H-O-T. We are safe, he says, embracing her. His presence calm and confident, his touch cold, yet welcomed. I don't, shh, he says, grazing her lips with the tip of his fingers. Words are not needed now, only passion. He begins to kiss her as he embraces her fully. She goes limp in his arms as all of her reasoning leaves her body. She knows something is off, but even though his touch is like ice, she has never felt so hot. She feels his body against hers and her heart beating as if trying to escape her chest. Her hand feeling his body, undoing his belt as if she has no control. His hands were busy as well. One hand on the small of her back and the other rubbing her nether regions. Finally undoing his belt, she pulls out his massive manhood. She lowers herself to her knees as she starts stroking it. Her mouth meets his member. His eyes roll back as it slides down her throat while she twists the base, the whole time not breaking eye contact with him. He then pulls out and throws her to the ground. Caitlin quickly removes her clothes as he mounts her. All worked up and ready, Caitlin waits with bated breath as his hard aubergine rubs the outside of her delicate flower. He enters her and she feels a sensation she has never felt that can only be described as icy heat. Deeper he goes in her as her body shakes in erotic stimulus. She turns her head to catch her breath between waves of pleasure. That's when she sees him emerging from the lake. Muscular in build, tanned in skin tone, with eyes with a fury that were as furious as they were sexy. He walked toward them, already fully naked, with a cock long and thick like a snake biting an apple. He leaned down to the ground and began kissing her. The sparkled man still thrusting deep within her, the wild man kissing her deeply. She starts groping his big muscles and massive tree trunk junk. A single tear begins to roll down her face. Though this was the most pleasure she has ever felt, the realization hits her that these are not human men. She wonders to herself how she could let this happen, but she knows why. They're fucking hot. She lifts her arms above her head as her tanned bow begins to work on her breasts. The sparkled Spartan still rocking in and out. She takes her right hand and with her fingers presses the sequence on her stratagem. Boom! A hell pod carrying her stalwart meets the ground as she does a jujitsu roll to break away from her sexcapades. You think I wouldn't figure out you two were bots? She says, cocked and ready. Thank you, bots, she announces as she aims at them. You may be nuclear-powered walking trash cans, but I've been with way more toxic. With one last scan of their perfect physiques, she unloads a plethora of bullets, turning them into a pile of scrap within seconds. She stands there, naked, satisfied, and proud that not only did she keep Liberty alive, but she also got dick down proper as well. And that was Twilight Core. Sorry, Gina, this story was my sister's first impression of you, by the way. Love that for me. Love that for me. Well, I'll go. I'll puppy is too young to know this suffering. Adios. I love you, Gina. I love you. Can we hear the ending of the Reddit, or did we get pushed to? I'm sorry, Inane. This was important. We'll get to the ending though. Sculpted by Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle. Yes, The Last Ronin. Spoilers. I feel unsafe. Lamo, muscular skin tone. Who wrote it? No, muscular and yeah. Best story ever. Sparkle Man is gonna stay in my head. Yeah. Can we watch a princess movie next? I can't go to bed after this. Hell dive on them bots. Fucking right. Hell yeah. Oh shit, my bad. Didn't want to spoil it. It's all good. Okay, here we go. The finale to that mental health post that we read earlier. Hi you all, this is my final update. It's been 3 months and I feel like I can give another update. Most, if not all of you probably don't care or have forgot, but hey, if anyone wants to know, I haven't responded to most private messages because I don't feel good enough talking about it. I still kind of don't. To address the elephant in the room, my wife is back with us. She is at home and well, she laughed about the whole incident. More than I do, to be honest, but that's just me. She immediately started her treatment at the Mental Health Institute. At first, they kept her sealed off from me and the rest of her family and friends. They taught her relations and how the brain works and how to process love and affection and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I was at home and biting my fingernails away while explaining to everyone what is happening. Turns out that many people I know and thought highly of don't believe in psychological damage and mental problems, so that was fun talking about too. Anyways, this isn't really about me here. They somehow convinced her that this was a delusion. Apparently she almost immediately believed them, but said she still doesn't feel anything towards us, even though she knows this is a delusion. Her trust in doctors and nurses made all of this so much simpler, and I'm so grateful for this. They worked with her more and let her first talk to her parents over the phone. She started gaining trust again, and they kind of rebonded. Later, they allowed me to talk to her, and I wasn't able to say a single word because I basically broke down in tears when I heard her saying, or more like asking a simple hello. She told me it will be fine and she will need some more time and the doctors know what they are doing. I regained some strength and told her she could call whenever she wants to. Later, she talked to the kids and it really helped her. She laughed with them, told them jokes about mental health, and recollected some memories. Gradually, they let her meet her friends, then her parents, her siblings, and finally me and the kids. That was almost 5 weeks after she got turned in. When she saw me and the kids, she started to cry too and kissed all of us. She said she was sorry, but I assured her that it's nothing to be sorry about. They still kept her a couple of days for some final tests and let her finally go. She got back into work fairly quickly, and we have a great relation. We have the great relation that we have before all of this. Oh, relationship. The kids are happy. Still don't 100% know what exactly happened. To be fair, they did say that they were native speakers. There's so many typos in this. They spelled fashion with a A, like Fassion. It was funny. Anyways, there are still some traces of distrust in her. She questions her feelings more often and glooms over stuff. But all in all, everything turned out to be good. Also, it's still not 100% clear why it happened at all. She can't recall banging her head against anything or anything different. Feels good writing this down. I want to thank everyone who answered and helped me in the initial post. Thanks to the people that almost immediately diagnosed her and made me call the police. I'm sorry that I didn't answer your private messages. I was quite busy, and talking about mental health of my wife feels weird and bitter to me. She knows about this post and about the last post and sends her love. Update, she killed the whole family. No, I'm joking. I'm really happy for a happy ending. And we still have 2 devils to read. Yep, we sure do. I might have the same fate after this story. That made me forget how to spell fashion. But guys, it's time for us to finish off this stream with finding out That's right, pulpits. We're going to find out. Are they the devil? Spoiler alert, they all are the devil. All of them, every single one of them. And there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. We could try. But there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get into it. It's fine, guys. Normally they are all chill. Yeah, they're almost always chill. Just like Caitlin is when she gifts us 100 subs. I can fix him. Why do you assume it's a dude? Why do you assume it's a dude? Okay, Platos is actually Zuck. He's the devil. Facts. My husband, 38 male, opened up to me, 39 female, about feeling overwhelmed at work, and he's upset with me for how I responded. Dylan, we all know why. Duh. Because men are trash. Here we go with the men are trash comments. Remember that guy? Come on, hold on. Lore drop. You guys ready for W's in chat if you guys want lore drop? Because it's been a while since we've talked about that schmuck. And I think it's about time. Let's go. So, for a while, there was this random Uber neo-Christian that would come into our streams. And he would say a lot of weird things. You know, he'd disagree with things. And most of the time, we would just kind of like, you know, tell him like, I'd be like, that's not really, we can have, it was like mostly like, okay, we have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? He almost as bad as the guy that said, fuck you. Now I'm just upset that you keep bringing it up. Okay, moving on, Caitlin. So, yeah, most of it was just like, okay, well, it's like different opinions, but it was never hard. And then one day he was just I was just in a bad mood already about a bunch of things. And we read this post about, it was something about like, this dude didn't like the way that his wife was like talking to people at her work, or it was something about like a wife and a job. That's all we knew. And then he goes, yeah, well, that way, you know, that's why when I get married, my wife is just going to be a stay-at-home mom, and they don't have to worry about that, and I just provide for us. Then this post then I don't have to worry about random people on the internet talking about our lives. I was like, yeah, that's cool for you, bro. Good. And then like basically giving you like okay, bro, like chill, but cool. And then he doubled down. He's like, no, like it's in the way of the Lord. Like she stays home, takes care of the kids. I go and provide for money wise. Mind you, by the way, this motherfucker doesn't even have a fucking job and lives with his mom and is 22 years old. Okay, the 22 years old living with the mom thing isn't that. I'm just saying, bro. Not only do you not even have a girlfriend, you don't even have a pinche job, bro. Excuse me, you don't even have a pinche trabajo. Okay. Alpha Penguin, trabajo means work or job in Espanol. in case you were wondering. It was about, having a traditional. I remember Dylan just went off like, oh my god, ew, I bet he smells like pee. Pinche trabajo way, no habla inglés. So, I remember saying she's going to stay home, and he didn't respond back. She's going to stay at home. I remember. So, yeah. And then we read another post, and then like people were like saying like, and then at that point he started posting things about being trash. Like people were like, "Oh, men are trash, and then he goes, "Oh, here we go with the men are trash comments." And that's when I was finally like, okay, you know what? You do not get the fucking vibe here, bruh. And I banned him. I was like, I'm done. I done. Crazy thing, he banned me from his stream too, guys. It was Caitlyn in her backup account. Yeah. No, it was an actual dude. The only reason I even checked is because I was going through old Twitch messages, whisper messages, and I was like, oh, this schmuck, I wonder what he's up to. And I went to his stream, and I was like, you're banned from looking at this person's profile. I'm like, for real? Okay, brud. Crazy for a 22-year-old to think he'll have a house and a woman to keep at home. He needs to read the news. Yeah, for real. Hell no. Lamo, he said, Uno reverse, you're banned too. Yeah. He had creepy vibes, for real. Yeah. He would say so much homophobic and misogynistic things, guys around like being scripture and shit. He was a schmuck. I could tell that he was like, he's a good guy. Like he wasn't a piece of shit. He was just confused. And Neo-Christianity can fucking do that to you. And it's not even Neo-Christianity. It's more like Christian nationalist bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, there's nothing. If someone wants to be a trad wife and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. If they want to consent to it, you know, that's all that matters. But if they don't, yeah. Also, did we ever get another story with Prude Inc. or whatever they are? No, we did not, unfortunately. Who did you ban? Some schmuck. Okay, what should I order for breakfast? 6 McDonald's hash browns. 6 McDonald's hash browns. I'll go to Troll's account. Oh, okay. Inane, I'll send it to you. Now I want a PB&J. PB&J, well, for breakfast tacos. Hell yeah, breakfast tacos. Some chorizo, some eggs, a little queso, some onions. Schmuck sounds like schmuckers. Time to learn. Nisha, do you know what schmuck means, actually? Do you know what a schmuck is? Like an actual schmuck? PBJ breakfast taco. Now! Someone give her a Nobel Prize. Just for that comment. Just give her a Nobel Prize for that specific comment. Oh, I see what you're going with. Yeah, Nisha, do you know what a schmuck is? Do you know what a schmuck is? Do you? What about a schmear? Yeah, a schmear, yeah. No, and I'm scared to find out. So when you call someone a schmuck, you're basically calling them like useless. You know what I'm saying? You're schmuck. You could be dumb, but mostly you're useless. You're a schmuck. A schmuck, translation is the foreskin that gets cut off of a penis during a circumcision. That's a schmuck. So when you call someone a schmuck, you're calling them a useless piece of penis skin. And when hearing the word schmuck, it made you hungry. Just want you to keep that in your head. Oh, I like that. Oh, I spoke too soon. In the back of my mind, I knew that's what it was. I was actually going to say that. Yeah. There you go. Whee! And now we know. I feel like I learned that from you. You definitely did. And schmear is just spread. Usually for bagels. And then there's also a schlemiel, a schlemazel, and a schmendrick. But that's a whole nother day. We got 2 devils I gotta read. We can't do Yiddish. We're doing no joys of Yiddish today. We're doing the joys of reading devils. Can we be done with learning for today? That's enough. Schmear these nuts. Oh, got me. I feel like they need to be the more you know redeemed now. You're the second person to say that, and it's on my fucking to-do list. So yeah, I think we should do it. You're right, Queen. You're right. Even though Caitlin refuses to give us 100 subs, I'll do it anyways. I schmear on men. I hated that. And we're pinning that. We're pinning that, and I'm making sure it's pinned for 45 minutes. Actually, no. Manually unpin at the end of stream. That's what I'm going to do. Damn it. Your chat shares a brain cell. Facts. I feel like there needs to be the more... Oh, I read that. Took the words right out of my mouth. Hive mind. Wrong reply. Alright, guys. My husband, 38 male, opened up to me, 39 female, about feeling overwhelmed at work, and he's upset with me for how I responded. This was originally posted on r/relationship advice 3 years ago. My husband, 38, and I, 39, have been married for 6 years and have a 3-year-old son. We both work full-time and live comfortably within our means. We have a house in the suburbs with a nice yard, a dog. We're healthy. We really don't have much to complain about. Over the past few months, I've noticed a big change in my husband's behavior, and not for the better. He's been very moody and doesn't seem to take joy in anything as of lately. This time frame does coincide with a co-worker who has of his being fired. My husband is a service tech for a technology company, and this has the busiest time of year for them. His co-worker that got fired was the only other service tech that they had. They are in the process of hiring some help, but my husband has been on his own since mid-January. He's not the type to reach out and ask for help, but I could tell the stress is getting to him. I suggested many times that he look into finding someone to talk to, like a therapist. I've been to therapy for 3 years for my own issues, and I've gotten a lot of help out of him. He's always makes excuses about how he doesn't have time to do that sort of thing right now, but I remind him that if he did virtual therapy like I do, then it's a lot easier to find time to do it. He said it's not that easy because I work from home, so I can just take an hour to do it, but it's not the same for him since he has to work in the office. But finally, last week, he sent me a long text one morning saying that he is struggling and feels like he's drowning at work. I told him that I've noticed a difference in his behavior at home and that I want to see positive changes out of him. I told him he needs to talk with his boss to find ways to ease his workload and take some pressure off of him, but that he also needs to look seriously into finding someone else to talk to because I'm not sure how to best support him right now. He pretty much immediately sent a text back telling me that the last thing he wanted to hear was more things that he needs to do. He said he has a month worth of work back up already, and the last thing he needs is another task to do. He texted that this is exactly why he doesn't open up to me about things, because I never do anything to actually help him and just tell him what I need to do. I apologized right away, but he didn't respond. That afternoon, our son ended up getting sick at daycare, and he had to come home early, so I didn't really have a chance to talk to my husband about it again. Then the next day, I left for a weekend away, so I really didn't talk to him again until last night. You didn't fucking talk to him? You're a dumb bitch. I'm sorry. That's what makes you a devil here. I finally asked him how he's doing, and he told me that I don't know how to support him after over 10 years together and can only think of telling him what to do. Then he doesn't know what else to say. Okay. Yeah, you need therapy. Okay. I don't think you're a devil for this, lady, but you definitely suck. And your husband definitely needs a therapy, for sure. For sure. And, you know, this is what a lot of guys need to understand, that there's some women out there that are just not going to be good husbands, you know? And when I say that because a husband is someone to just sit there and listen. You know what I'm saying? Just listen. Not give advice, not anything. You just listen. It's not about the nail. You know what I mean? So, just, you know, sit there and listen, and that's fine. I always tell Elizabeth, I was like, you'd make a horrible husband. You would be terrible. But, you know, and it's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? But, yeah, she sucks that she some people just want to vent, and you just have to understand that. This, of course, was reposted from Wedding Drama, which we haven't read Wedding Drama down before, but I'm definitely going to write that one down. r/Wedding Drama. Wedding family drama with a bridezilla is the title of this one. Okay, since my little cousin was born, she has always been a little sister to me. We live in separate countries, but about a 4-hour flight away. I visit often growing up, and they would come to us sometimes, but rarely. I got married several years ago, and the only person who came was my uncle, her dad. I understood as they are a big family, I wouldn't expect them all to drop everything to attend. I was happy that my uncle came at least. When her engagement happened in 2025, we were invited, but I was coming out of a really bad relationship and was dealing with a lot of ramifications of being on my own again and paying for things.
Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on.
Lamp.
Turn it on, turn it on,
Lamp.
turn it on.
Lamp.
Lamp,
Lamp.
lamp,
Lamp.
lamp,
Lamp.
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 Turn it on.
Or turn it off.
Lamp.
You don't know how to emotionally support your husband because he's venting and the things she's telling him probably aren't helpful. Men need to understand that they need to talk to someone other than their wives. Facts. I mean, I don't have that problem personally. But it's always important to have someone that can just listen and let you vent. I'm lucky enough to have that in my wife. And she's lucky enough to have me in her. That was a good joke, guys. That was a good joke. No, don't you do that, AJ. Don't you do that. No. Damn it. K. K period. Fine. I love you guys. So yeah, when her engagement happened in 2025, I was back. AJ! Thank you so much for the gifted sub. They've given 95 subs to this channel. One of the top gifters of this channel, guys, just so you know. Suck on that hose. Hell yeah. It's not the first time he said that this week. And not in this chat. Deal with ramifications of being on my own again and paying for things on my own as the ex moving out. So I just can't come off of a vacation. Plus I couldn't afford it at the time. So I was honest, but said I'd be at the wedding. Since then, I've been happily divorced, had a child who's now a teen, and continue to be in daily contact with my little cousin. Now my cousin is an adult, about to be married. She has an older sister who's obviously the maid of honor, and I thought that I would be one of the bridesmaids. I was not chosen as one. I was extremely upset, but she told my teen that she didn't choose me due to my financial state. Even though I never really discussed that with her, all she knows is that I'm a single mom with a good job. You don't think your fucking family talks about you behind your back, bitch? Come on, grow up. I can handle my own, so I was disappointed she would assume that. She did choose some friends and also 2 other cousins that are sisters who are well off financially but also live in the same state, but 8 to 9 hours away. Okay? I made my peace with it. Fast forward a month ago, I found out that one of my best friends suddenly passed away, and I quickly booked a flight to attend his funeral in the same state where my cousin lives, but about 12 hours away by car. In the midst of grieving and multiple emotions, I declined the wedding, and I know it was a terrible thing to do, but I also could not leave during an extremely busy time. HR also denied my 2 days off, and I was being as transparent with my cousin as possible. Also, my teen has his exams, is worried about missing school. After conveying all this to my cousin, she flipped out and asked where all these excuses are coming from out of nowhere. I didn't know. I was just justified that I'd like to travel to someone who is 20 years... I didn't know. I had to justify like I like to travel to someone who is 20 years younger than me. I know it was a terrible thing to do to decline so close to the wedding, but my hands are tied in more ways than one. I had booked a flight in 5 days and had to change it, and it will cost me more than the ticket itself. When I'm going through my breakup last year, I admit I was not the best person to be around and was very standoffish. I take responsibility for my actions. I even apologized to her for them. She unleashed on me for not coming to the bridal shower, the bachelorette party, and now the wedding. I don't know how I can fix this when I can't be there. I'm trying to change my ticket at least so I can fly out Friday night and come Sunday, but when I was in the midst of doing so. She had already changed my RSVP from attending to will not attend. I don't know how you're a devil. How are you a devil in this? Let's see if there's some comments from this person. I was 22 and called Vanilla Sky and Primal Fear. What? Let's see here. I'm just going through her comments trying to find something. But nothing. But nothing, guys. Just fucking... That was lame. Lame! I don't see how this person's a devil here. I think I'm going to read another one to finish off the stream. Let's see if there's a good one here. I need something with some fucking traction. Okay, am I the asshole sitting at the movies? Am I the asshole? My female 23, boyfriend male 33, and I went to the local art house cinema to see a revival movie that I really love. We got there early for great seats even though we weren't expecting a huge crowd. Though I love this film, it isn't exactly a blockbuster. 5 minutes before the show starts, the theater is still mostly empty. An older couple, 70s, enter and then proceed to sit directly in front of us. Like, directly. There are empty rows, let alone empty seats. I was pissed. I tapped the woman immediately in front of me on the shoulder and asked if she and her companion would move to literally any other seat besides those right in front of us. Dear reader, this woman was appalled. She proceeded to tell me how disrespectful I was and that I was being very rude and even ask. My poor boyfriend was ready to hide under the seats because of my behavior. I stated that it was rude to look at a mostly empty theater and choose only seats that would obscure someone's view when the options were very open. They ended up moving, but my boyfriend was mortified and told me so when the movie was over. Am I the asshole? Yeah, bitch. Fucking move yourself. What the fuck are we doing? What's up, Vanna? Good to see you. Good morning. It came in right at the end. What if that's a fucking devil? Finally. There you go. Okay, fuck. Okay, this one has a really good title, so I'm gonna do this one. This 34 male wife, 34 female of 15 years won't forgive me, but also don't let me divorce her? Question mark. This is on r/relationship advice, reposted on Am I the Devil from a year ago. Hey, dear Reddit. Hey, dear Reddit. You are a fucking devil. Who the fuck Hey, dear Reddit. What? Sorry, it may be long, but I need your help. That's what he said. AJ, did you hear that joke? AJ, did you hear that one? Just making sure. So my story, I, male 34, and my wife, 34 female, have been together for 15 years, since the start of uni. Married for 8 years, we grew up together, graduated together, we moved cities together, we built family together. Also, I was her first with everything. I'm trying to cut it short. I can't remember multiple conflicts between us during our whole relationship, but I already admitted them. I think she was the dominant side all the time. After our marriage, hey dear chat, poop gooning. Nice. Nope, fourth wall broken. Yep, I did. Nice. I feel like both are the assholes, but I came in late. But yeah, OP could have moved, but also why would you choose a seat when you're a completely empty theater? I try my hardest to stay away from people because they suck. Low. Well, they're in a movie theater literally is built so that people don't block view. Like, that person was being crazy, even if it's an art house theater, and they probably sit directly in the middle, that because they wanted the best seats. And so I think it would be weird if they sat directly next to them. You know what I'm saying? I was about to type something similar. Nice. 10 days gay with Daddy Dill. What is up, crazy guy? I hope you're well. I am trying to cut this short. I can't remember multiple times. She's dumb as that. After our marriage, I begged her to have a child, and she was delaying it all the time. After a while, we decided to finally try for it, and then surprise, we couldn't have one. We had really hard time during the whole infertility process, and 3 successful IVFs already. Lots of tears and blaming everything. I begged her to start some sport to become healthier. She never walked more than a mile in her life. I really enjoy sports. I begged her to have a hobby, but she told me she only enjoys time when I am home. I already work at 2 jobs, earn almost all her money. She worked in home office. When I finally am at home from work, I couldn't go to the gym or have rest or something because she told me she's waiting for me all day. So we did what she wanted. Imagine. Thank you. What's up, baby gal Jay? How's it going? Oh, I did the new stretch. Thank you so much. And that is a gorgeous dog. Is that your dog? No. That's a Twitching mom. Sorry. Oh, I was like, they're blocking the view. That's kind of asshole, but not OP isn't wrong. Well, still, like, they could have just moved. You know what I mean? Like, if it's an empty theater, just move
Better
over.
hydrate,
You know what I'm saying?
thirsty bitch.
Che with a J, silly. Oh, Chai, right. Sorry. Baby gal Jai. That's right. My bad. I forgot. Yeah. But I'm good. What about you? I'm great. We're having a good day. I will. This is my last gulp of water I saved because I knew someone was going to get me to hydrate. We're currently reading Am I the Devil posts. It's going to be great. Life had changed when 4 years ago she got pregnant somehow spontaneously and we had our son. We were the happiest. I love them more than I could imagine. My son is the middle of my world. The middle of my world? That's weird. But after our son's birth, nothing was as I expected. She wanted me to get up for the baby all the time at night because she needs sleep. I hate him already. There it is. There's the fucking devil right there. Yes. God fucking forbid she didn't get sleep for 9 months, making your child inside her body, you piece of shit. I'm so mad. She's a narcissist. How dare her? How dare she sleep? I heard, but I love these. Haha, nice. There it is. So nights were fully mine, which is fair. If you're spending all day with the baby, that's completely fair. She also wanted me to spend all afternoon taking care of my son because she told me she was with him all day. She never made us food, never cleaned the house. She didn't have to. We had a lady to do them. Okay. It was okay for me. I wanted her to feel good. I also suggested daycare, but she refused. I was horrible tired for working in 2 jobs and also doing this much with our son, especially because of the up all nights. I made a lot of mistakes at work. Okay. Well, now I feel kind of on your side, but I know that, but I still, I'm sorry. Whatever little bit of work that you're feeling is still not as hard as being pregnant. And I'm going to say that 100%. Oh, I hate it when a dad is mad at the mom for not paying enough attention to him. Meanwhile, she's trying to make sure child doesn't fucking die in her arms. I can't tell you how many times I've wished I could grab those types of dudes and just put their head through the meat grinder. Exactly. I bet the baby isn't even his. Oh, Neen. You know what's funny? I was thinking the same thing when they said that they couldn't get pregnant and then all of a sudden they got... Why you complain if you got a maid? Yeah, exactly. You know, it's still... Even... Just being with a infant care is fucking hard, okay? It's fucking hard and draining. You have to put so much effort into it. You really do. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel for him, like he's got 2 jobs and he has to come home and take care of it. But at least the baby isn't fucking like literally taking energy out of you by breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? And some women aren't built for moms. That's true. That's also true. The thing is, most of these dudes don't want a maid or a significant other. They want a mother figure, which is kind of weirdly incestuous. I agree. Preach. I tried to communicate everything with my wife multiple times for months. but she is the proudest and most stubborn person I've ever met, with a really conservative family behind her, so nothing happened. If she's got, okay, that's weird, because if she had a conservative family, they would be telling her to fucking do all the work and let you sleep. She just got angry. She took everything as an attack. Then I had... What do you think he had, guys? What do you think he had? Me, I'm a woman who is not built to be a mom. It's okay, though. You seem like a great auntie, though, Inane. Western ideals are so weird about that. Queen, chick, gal, Vanna, Aggie. Let me guess. An affair? Yep. Then I had an affair. Only one woman, but for months. Both emotional and physical. I was so stupid. I don't want to blame my wife. It was my fault, but I felt unheard and really unhappy. I never had time for anything I liked. I felt like I had her. I felt like I am her robot. You didn't have any time for anything? You didn't have any time for anything? You didn't have time? You had time for an affair? You had time to go out and get some fucking strange? Fucking asshole. Oh my God. The audace. Oh, God forbid you are lonely. Guess what you could do with your wife? You'll never guess. It's called fucking communicating. Or fucking just communicate about fucking. How about that? That was a good joke. That was a good joke. Crazy guy. That was, you laid up and I just slam dunked that shit. Hell yeah. Why is he bitching? First, he's upset because she wants to wait until you get home because she loves being around you. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but at least she loves you that much. And then the baby comes and he's upset because she needs sleep, and you have a maid and you're complaining because she doesn't do it. What's the maid for? And then you cheat on your wife. What the fuck? Yeah, also, guys, postpartum shit is real. Okay? And women, I know this sounds crazy. Women go through a lot after having a baby. And there's a lot of shit that you just got to pick up and take over. You know what I'm saying? For me, it wasn't even a second thought. I tried to be as supportive as I fucking could. My wife at one point, was just so annoyed because I kept telling her how much I loved her. She's like, okay, I get it, Dylan. God. Anyways. Then I had an affair. Oh my God. When she asked if something happened, I admitted to her. I broke contact with the woman and started therapy. And it was 10 months ago already. I had to move out right after. And since then, we are at nowhere. My wife says I destroyed their life. She just says that, nothing else. I am living in a rented place and she lives with our kid at our big house. She don't want to even hear about divorce or selling the house. She couldn't pay the loans and etc. She wants to stay there in our house and let me be with my son, and when she feels like that, and refuses if at all feels like that. She also had a short relationship already with a man but ended it. I consider that it was just to make me angry. She also don't want to hear about reconciliation, but that kills me. I want a solution. I love my son so much, and I feel that I could deal with an unloving marriage because I don't want to be a part-time dad. I promised everything to my wife I could, but I also don't want to develop issues with future relationships because he sees our bad marriage. I would be the happiest if my wife could change a bit, but she's in therapy since then and she never admits any of the problems I told her. She just repeats that I cheated, I destroyed. She can't forgive, she can't divorce because she says I destroyed our life and my son deserves to live in a big house and I need to pay the house loans for a lifetime because I'm the one who messed up. But with the solution, I can move on. I can't have a home. I can't be with our son in my own place. I am paying insane amounts of loans for a house I am not living in. I suggested cutting everything in half, but she refuses. She says she wants to stay there in our house. She says I should be already happy that she let me be with my son at all, and she can reduce my time with my son easily. I can't start the lawsuit against her because I still have hope that maybe I could live with my son again. Not being with him every morning kills me. He is my everything. Do you think there is a chance she will forget? Maybe marriage counseling could help? What not to do now? Edit to add. Thank you for your replies already. I'm replying to the most common advices or topics. Am I sure the child is mine? I haven't done a DNA test, but honestly, he is a copy of me. We look so similar, so there's no doubt it's mine. Just divorce her. I filled the divorce, but she refuses to sign it. Now the only way to go through a long process of lawsuit, which can take years. or the only solution would be finally agreeing with 50-50 custody and money, but she wants more for both. About therapy, I'm in individual therapy since I moved out. She is also. I told her to decide if I fill the divorce right now or we start marriage counseling, and she chooses, but told me that the first day she will never forgive. Okay, messy timeline. English is not my first language, as you guessed already. Okay, everyone sucks here. Everyone sucks here. I tried to be as patient as possible with the baby mama, but like realistically, she sucks. She really sucks, and he sucks too, probably worse. But she's not helping at all. You know what I mean? She's not being a very helpful person in this marriage at all. So I gotta say, everyone sucks here. Everyone's the devil. She's fucking insane to make him stay there and work 2 jobs, pay 2 house payment and a fucking rent for himself. That's crazy. He's even like, just let me live there and I'll pay for everything. We don't have to be fucking together. She doesn't want a divorce because she knows she's fucked because she doesn't do anything. So I think everyone sucks. I think everyone's the devil there. God forbid. She took this and ran. Yeah, they are both a bit mental, not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. It's not like he cheated. One time it was for months. So yeah, I don't blame her. Wow. So you want to be, now you want to be with your son. So now you want to talk to her, right? I bet they are Asian. It doesn't say where they're from. Boom. Bomb the home, rehome the baby. There you go. Split the marriage, split the baby. There we go. Hot dog or hamburger style. Obviously hot dog. Right down the middle. If the house is in his name, though, he should be able to live there? I think so. I'd be like, okay, let's put the house in your name then. And then put the house and the loan in your name. And then quit paying, and then just fucking let it foreclose. That's the fuck I'd do. This person's insane. Anyways. All right, guys. Love y'all. Love y'all so very, 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 very much. Thank you for helping me start my day the right fucking way. Like, for real, for real. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'll be back on later. Tonight, we're going to be playing FNAF 3. We already beat the first 2. I'm excited to get into the third one. We're going to have Optimus, Optimus here today. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. Hot dog, legally, yeah. Lord, and don't forget he pays the property tax too. Also that. Fair enough. Have a great day, everyone. I mean, if he's in the United States, which it doesn't sound like he is, this is more of a PSA to everyone else. If someone refuses divorce, there's a way to get an emergency divorce. Yeah, it might take a year or 2, but you can actually get it done if you really don't want to be tied to that person, but it's going to require lawyers. They each get a ball. And they came hardcore with that one. But, guys, let's go ahead. Who are we going to go see today? Who are we going to go see today? I like these guys. This guy's got a Pikachu hat. Oh! Yeah, we're going to go with the Pikachu hat crew. They seem very fun. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. One cheek, one ball. Exactly. If you guys are followers, go ahead and grab the dancing dino. If you guys are subscribers, grab the awesome message there. I really, really, really appreciate you and love you guys all so fucking much. I really, really do. I feel so fucking blessed every single day I get to be here with you. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for the stream. Guys, always be amazing and never forget, always remember,